Welcome to beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, here at Orleans Arena for a WCC tournament matchup between the Santa Clara Broncos and the Pepperdine Waves in this quarterfinal. My name is Josiah Frank, and I'm here with the great Davis Hagen. And Davis, a great quarterfinal matchup between Santa Clara coming in right now as a 3 seed, 20-11 overall, and they were 12-6 in conference, ranked fourth in this tournament. And then Pepperdine, they have kind of came from nowhere and continue to excel and move past teams. And right now they are 10-21 in conference, 4-14 in conference, but it does not matter. It is the Mo Odom show right now, the 6'1" guard coming out of the Bronx in New York, and he has kind of stole the show as well as led his team to this quarterfinal matchup. And I wanted to ask you, Davis, this kind of guard matchup. We mentioned Mo Odom, he's at 6'1", and then on the flip side, one of Santa Clara's guys, and that is Adama Alpha Ball, 6'7", the Frenchman, 190 pounds, but 6'7" versus Mo Odom, 6'1". How do you think that is going to correlate in this guard matchup?
Yeah, it's going to be a really good matchup between Mo Odom and also Alpha Adama Ball, first team all WCC, really good guard for the Santa Clara Broncos, and that's a height mismatch for sure, but Mo Odom has not backed down from any challenge yet in this tournament, whether it's against the Portland Pilots and some really good players like McKinnon for the Pilots, or if it's the Beavers with like Michael Rata, who didn't have a great game, or their guard DeMarco Minor. It was a great matchup between those two. Mo Odom is going to be the guy for Pepperdine once again. It's just a matter of how many points he's going to score, because I know he's going to get his, but it's going to be a tough matchup against the 6'7" Ball, who I imagine Santa Clara knows that this is going to be a tough matchup against Mo Odom, but they're locking in on him. They've had 2 games to watch in this tournament so far where Pepperdine has come out and kind of surprised their opponents. I would not imagine that Santa Clara is going to be surprised at all. I think they're a little step above the previous teams that Pepperdine has played, even though Oregon State, a very good team, but Santa Clara is definitely a different beast.
Yeah. And looking at the overall matchup between this game, just as something a little more overarching, right now Pepperdine, they have a chip on their shoulder, they have momentum with them, and most importantly, they are underdogs. So what chance do you think that they have to continue not only what they've been producing in the last couple days of this tournament, but do you think they have a shot to beat a really good Santa Clara team that, has been deemed by many to go not only to the semis, but has a shot at a Gonzaga or at a St. Mary's in the championship?
Yeah, this Santa Clara team, very talented, has a lot of great players on their squad. They shoot the 3 ball really good. But one thing that Pepperdine has is all the momentum with them. They're riding this wave into the quarterfinals. They came here and they expected to win, and they thought they were going to win against Portland, but a lot of people counted them out. They should obviously be looking at themselves and thinking they should win the games. And if they don't think they're going to win, nobody does. But everybody had counted Pepperdine out. They're still here. They're still playing good basketball. And it's just March. That's what happens. We talked about it a couple of times before in the previous games, that these type of teams like Pepperdine just get on a roll, and it's almost like magic. They just can make shots after shot. And I don't know what it is, but something about March just allows these teams like Pepperdine to continue to play. So they've got a really good chance today to advance to the semifinals to take on St. Mary's, who's only got 1 loss this entire year, and that's to San Francisco, who we will see later tonight playing against the Washington State Cougars. But it's going to be a really good game between Santa Clara and Pepperdine. Something crazy is probably going to happen, and it's going to be Mo Odom again. It's going to be Todorovic, who had a good game, or is Santa Clara going to shoot the lights out of this arena because they're such a good 3-point shooting team?
Yes, there is something in the water, especially for Pepperdine, and we are about to get underway. Wanted to go over some of the starting lineups before we will have tip-off in the center of the WCC logo. Looking at the Santa Clara side, starting guard is Tyrese Bryan as well as Adama Alpha Ball. And then number 10, Carlos Stewart Jr., number 13, the big center from Germany, Christoph Tillian, and rounding off for the Broncos, number 14, Johnny O'Neal. And then looking at the Pepperdine side of thing, starting guard, Mo Odom, number 5. Looking at Stefan Todorovic, number 7, hailing from Serbia. Taj Duke, number 9, Bubakar Koulibaly, number 12, and then Dovadas Buka, number 13, and then rounding it off at the tall forward, Daniel Dojic, the tall, true freshman. And we are about to get underway here at this quarterfinal for the WCC tournament. Winning tip, it's going to be Pepperdine basketball, and Odom's going to end up with it. Odom, the facilitator over these last couple games, gives it over to Todorovic. Gives it to Buka, hands off to Koulibaly, back to him. Odom now has the basketball. Odom facilitating, working through. He'll huck up a shot. It's going to be no good. A big rebound by Christoph Tilley. Tilley's going to swing it close to Tyrese Bryan, and he will knock down the first 3 points of this game.
No surprise that Santa Clara starts this night with a three-point shot. They are the 6th best three-point shooting team in the country.
Todorovic, he'll pull up for a three. That one will be no good. Be a rebound by O'Neal. O'Neal gives it right back to Tilley. Tilley right back to Bryan. Thought about a three, doesn't do it. Gives it back to Tilley. He's in the post. Couple pound dribbles. Skips it across. It's going to end up in the hands. Back over to Bryan. 8 on the shot clock. It's going to be swung over to Carlos Stewart, and he's going to put in another three for the Broncos. Now Odom has it. Guarded by Stewart. Odom over to Koulibaly. Koulibaly looking for a handoff. Will end up giving it to Odom. Odom, a runner floater, and that's going to fall in. Another two, and it's a repeat maybe for Mo Odom. Now it's going to be Stewart that ends up with it. Entry pass into the post, but it's skipped around, and it's going to be Ball that ends up with it. That one won't go. Odom will end up with it. Odom tried to look into the paint. Looked to be Buka down there, but there's going to be a foul on the ground right now. It's a 6-2 ball game. Santa Clara leading. We are just 2 minutes in this first half. Going to be on the ground. Odom to inbound on the right baseline. He's looking quickly. Buka's going to end up with it. Goes baseline. Buka now in the post. Backing down O'Neal. Buka, a little left-handed jump hook. That's going to be no good. Rebound Bryan.
Well, I would not be surprised if Santa Clara just strictly shoots threes the rest of this game. They're such a good three-point shooting team. They've already made 2.
Tilley's going to get called for a travel. Christoph Tilley, the 7-foot German athlete. Too many feet moving on that.
Yeah, unfortunate travel. They didn't get into the paint, so they didn't know what to do because they were still out near the three-point line, but they weren't shooting it. So they're kind of confused on the offensive side when they're not shooting threes.
The Waves moving the ball beyond the arc. Now Todorovic is going to end up with it, but there's going to be a foul called as Odom was getting ready to pull up. Definitely not a guy you want to heat up if you're on the Santa Clara side of the basketball.
Yeah, absolutely not. But for Santa Clara, the three-point shooting is such a big factor of their offense. They kind of live by the three and die by the three. And for Pepperdine, maybe if they start going cold, you keep forcing them to shoot that because it's obviously easier to score when you're closer to the basket.
Todorovic, long two, won't go. It's going to be a rebound by Ball. Ball bringing up the basketball across the division line. Ball trying to size up. He'll slash through the lane. It'll be no good. A rebound by Koulibaly. Quick outlet to Odom. He's going to advance it for the Waves. Looked at Buka. He was wide open in the paint. Doesn't give it to him, though. Odom forcing himself way through. A couple kicks around the arc. And a great pass by Dojic over to Buka. And he's going to put in 2. Now on the flip side for the Broncos, Stewart has the ball. They're going to pass it around the arc. Gives it over to O'Neal, and O'Neal's going to lose track of it. And now to Todorovic, to Dojic, to Odom. 3-ball, rattles off, rebound Tilley.
Yeah, those are the shots that Mo Odom has been making in this tournament. Kind of surprised that he's missing those type of shots early.
And what a great cut right to the cup by Johnny O'Neill, and that's going to add 2 for them. It's an 8-4 ball game, 16-14 left in this first half. It is early. Odom over to Dojic. Little right-handed floater, no good. It's going to end up with O'Neal with the board. O'Neal's going to take it himself. Gives it over to Ball. Ball straight over to Bryant. His 3 is identical. Another 3 for Tyrese Bryant. 11-4 ball game. Santa Clara leading the Waves. Odom and Pepperdine. Todorovic now has it. Right of the top of the key. Hands it off to Buka. Back to him. Buffet's going to check in at the scores table. Under 10 on the shot clock. Todorovic. Quick kick out to Buka. Nearly loses it. 3 ball, no good. Quick rebound by Stewart. Stewart looking at Brian. Thought about a 3. Gives it back to him. Now Stewart's going to give it off to Ball. Ball looking for a screen by Tilly. Uses the screen. Now Tilly's in the post. 15 on the shot clock. Couple kickouts, but Ball's going to end up with it. Ball now over to Stewart. Back over to Tilly in the left post. There's 7 on the shot clock. Stewart, 3 ball, and that's also no good. A fight for the rebound, and it's going to be Pepperdine that ends up with it. Now Odom, a cross-court pass. Beautiful to Buka. And it was blocked, but it's going to be a goaltending violation. That's going to add 2 for the Waves. Kind of much needed early in this game. It's 11-6. First media timeout. And Davis, first 5 minutes impressions of kind of what did you see in this first half?
Yeah, it's a good start for Santa Clara, shooting 3 of 4 from the three-point line so far. And that's a good mark for them. Already 9 points from outside the arc. They definitely average a couple, threes per, it almost seems like per possession almost, because this team shoots the 3 ball so well. They average over 10 made 3-pointers per game at 10.8, which is 6th nationally. So they live and die by the 3-point line, but definitely a good start for them. Then on the other side for Pepperdine, can they stop this onslaught of 3-point shooting from the Santa Clara Broncos? And can they keep up with Santa Clara? That's going to be the biggest question as both teams move forward in this game. Will they be able to keep up? They've been able to hang in there with Portland and Oregon State and then kind of attack near the end of the game and ultimately come up with those upset victories. But can they stick around with this Santa Clara team that's kind of like a hot Golden State Warriors type team from 2016-17, where if you don't lock in on a couple different possessions and they score 3-pointers after 3-pointers, then all of a sudden you're down by double digits, 10, 15, 20 points, and that's ultimately probably not enough time in the game for Pepperdine to come back scoring 2s against Santa Clara's 3s.
Yeah, we're going to see how that translates for Pepperdine. If they need to come back, they need to come back early. We're going to take a short little break for the rest of this media timeout. You are listening to more WCC basketball here on KUGR. Yeah, we are right back, just like the Usher song right now that is playing. Back with more WCC action right now. It's an 11-6 ball game. We are just 5 minutes within this first half. Santa Clara is leading on the Pepperdine Waves, and Ensminger is going to check into the game and inbound the ball to Napper. Napper looking at a press by Pepperdine, but they beat it pretty quickly. He's going to swing it over to Mahi. Mahi quick over to Napper, back onto him. Just a little pinball action between the two. 10 on the shot clock. Nearly lost by Cameron Tongue. Cameron Tongue now on the post with Kola Bali. He does a beautiful, strong, and forceful post move in the paint. Odom now bringing up the basketball for the Waves. It's a 13-6 ball game. Buka to Todorovic. Todorovic is three. Thought maybe he got fouled. He didn't. That's a miss. Mahi gets the board off the rack. Odom nearly steals it away from Mahi. And now it's going to be Tongue for three. Airballs that. He might need to stick in the post a little bit more. A great post move on one end, but yeah, just an airball three on the other, and it's going to be Pepperdine ball.
They're definitely right about that post move. It was very smooth. A couple up and under pump fakes, and to get it into the rim is a really nice job by Tongue.
Todorovic will get a handoff from Buka. He's on the right corner. Kicks out to Odom. Odom looking. Ends up giving it over to Buka. There's going to be 10 on the shot clock. They're trying to set up something quickly. Uses a pick from Kola Bali. His fade mini will rattle in. Another familiar performance from Mo Odom. Now it's Napper on the other side. Gives it to Esminger. He'll give it over to Brian. Brian tries to draw to the lane. Quick kick out over to Napper. Free ball and nothing but nylon. Great triple from Napper. Now Odom's got the rock. Passes it around. Odom's going to toss up his triple. That's going to be no good. Back iron. Ensminger with the board. Now Brian on the other end. Couple handoffs. Napper's going to try another, and that one is going to be identical. Back-to-back threes for Brenton Napper.
What an onslaught of offense by this Santa Clara Broncos team. Can Pepperdine stay in it?
Todorovic to Odom. Odom to Bethea. Three ball, no good. A big board by Tongue. It is a 19-8 ball game. Santa Clara leading Pepperdine. Napper swings it over to Mahi. Mahi pounding into the earth. There's some commotion going on in the post, but it doesn't matter. There's 8 on the shot clock, and it's going to be Brian that tries to go to the cup. They're going to get the offensive rebound, though, and Napper's going to pull up for another. That one's also going to be no good. Rebound by Odom, and he's racing coast to coast. Try to pass it to Todorovic in the fast break, but it's going to stay Santa Clara ball, and they kind of disagree with that call. It's a 19-8 game right now. We're going to take another media timeout, and we will also break as well. More WCC action with this Pepperdine Santa Clara game. Santa Clara leading 19-8. You're listening to more WCC tournament basketball here on KUGR. We are right back at you here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Josiah Frank here with Davis Hagen calling the Santa Clara Pepperdine quarterfinal of the men's WCC tournament. And right now, the kind of theme of the story is it is a 19-8 ball game with Santa Clara leading. And right now, for the Pepperdine score sheet, Odom with 4 and, Buka with another 4. And that is it. It is 19-8. Now Napper has the ball hounded by Odom, a great defensive threat. Napper's going to go all the way to the cup and gets fouled by Odom. He will go to the strike.
Good drive from Napper and a quick pump fake to the three-point line on the fake pass. Got the defender to kind of bite and then gets to the free throw line after the foul.
Brenton Napper, the 6-foot guard coming out of Ontario, California. He will shoot 2 from the line, his first. He will knock down, extending the lead to 12 for the Broncos. Napper's second is also nothing but nylon. Santa Clara now up by 11. Odom gives it over to Todorovic off the pick and roll, and he will go to the line as well. Trying to score with his right hand. Isn't successful, but there is a foul. It's going to be on Tongue.
Yeah, big couple of minutes for Pepperdine coming up in the next few frames of play. 21-8 Santa Clara, and Pepperdine yet to score over 10 points, and Santa Clara already into the 20s.
Todorovic, the leading scorer for the Waves, and he will knock that through the orange circle. And now it is cutting the lead down for Santa Clara with his next, and that one is also good. And now it's an 11-point game with Santa Clara still leading. Napper try to entry it over to Ball. He wasn't even looking at the basketball, but they try to go after it. It's going to stay Santa Clara Ball, but yeah, Ball was just not even looking there. Ball's one of those guys, one of their top guys in the guard matchups, but it didn't matter. Ensminger is going to pass it in for the Broncos. Napper now top of the key, guarded by Odom. Gives it over to Tongue, looking for a handoff. Will give a handoff to Ball. Ball back over to Mahi. Mahi looking. There's 7 on the shot clock. They got to get something going quick. It's going to be over to Ball. Ball's got to huck up something, and it's going to be an air ball.
Shot clock violation.
Shot clock violation. A little too late for the Broncos. And now it's going to be Pepperdine ball. Christopher Tilley's going to check back into the game, give Tongue a breather. And Odom and the Wave crew are making their way down to the other side of the court. Odom thought about a 3, didn't do it. Now Todorovic, a mix match in the post with Napper, kicks it back out. Odom triple rattles in and out. Rebound Mahi. Mahi now thinking about a 3. Thought about it more, doesn't do it. Gives it back over to Ball. Ball back to Napper. Napper back to him. Mahi to Esminger in the corner. Gives it to Tilley in the post. There's 5 on the shot clock. Nearly another identical possession. A miss by Tilley is now a rebound by Odom to his 3. No foul call. He got hit pretty hard. And now Ball on the other end. And the Broncos are going to try to score. Esminger looking to make something happen. Entry to Tilley. It's stolen away by Buka. Buka in the way. He's going to come up with the rock.
Both teams yet to score in over 3 minutes. It's kind of gone to a stalemate of no points yet.
A stalemate indeed. And Todorovic will end that with an easy 2-lay, cutting that lead down to 9. Ball's going to pull up for 3. That's going to be in and out. Nearly rebounded by Tilley for Santa Clara, but they're not going to get it. 21-12, 9:20 left in this game. Dojic checking back into the game for Pepperdine, as well as Kolabali. Odom hands off to Dojic. Looking at the paint. Gives it to Kolobali. Todorovic now has it, working his way around the key, and he'll pull up for a free throw jump shot. Adds 2, now it's a 21-14 with Santa Clara with the advantage. That's going to be Stewart, who tries to the cup, a beautiful reverse hand layup. He's going to make it while falling down, and now they're going to extend their lead to 9. Odom and the rest of the Pepperdine crew trying to get something going before the near ending point of this first half. Todorovic hucks up a shot. It's going to be no good. A great rebound by Kolobali. He'll get his own miss and then slam it on Tilley's head. And there, he's going to also get fouled as well. So it's an and-one opportunity after getting posterized for Christoph Tilley.
Kolobali's been a dunk machine for Pepperdine in this tournament.
Jackson
And he got rim checked on his first attempt, got it back, and then slammed it home and got fouled. And they'll go to the line for one more.
Kolobali now with the and-one opportunity. It's a 23-16 ball game, 8:31 left in this first half. Over the middle point, that free throw is up and in. Trying to dwindle this lead. They're trying to cut it down. Pepperdine and the crew. Now it's Stewart for Santa Clara. Stewart, a quick pass over the ball. Ball to Tilley in the post. He's going to go up with the lane, get fouled, and go to the line. It looks to be on Dojic, and it will. He will shoot 2. Christoph Tilley not making a ton of noise right now, just 0 for 1 from the field.
Christoph Tilley, 2 shots.
Trying to put in 2 more for the Broncos. His first is nothing but nylon.
One interesting note for Santa Clara is that Alpha Damabal yet to score for the Broncos. The guard matchup that we highlighted, Mo Odom's got 4, so both guards a little bit quiet for both sides to start this game.
His second is no good. Quick rebound and outlet to Odom. 8 minutes left in this first half. It's a 24-17 game with Pepperdine losing. Kolobali is going to hand it off to Odom. Thought about a shot, didn't do it. Looking at Olvera. Olvera's telling people to clear out. There's 7 on the shot clock. Gives it to Odom. Now there's 5, 4, 3. Odom over to Kolobali, but it's going to be a shot clock violation.
Tapping on the floor.
And that's going to come to another media timeout. And Davis, kind of before we take maybe another little break, what did you see there from kind of a stalemate on both sides of kind of offensive production?
Yeah, definitely both teams hit a wall of sorts. They were firing back and forth. Santa Clara was definitely dominating the early portion of that game as far as the offensive side of things go. And then all of a sudden they kind of went cold, but Pepperdine didn't take advantage of that, but they're still hanging around. They're only down by 7 points, still just about under 8 minutes to play. Pepperdine just has done this in the last 2 games, hung around, and then just capitalized in the second half. So really, they're a second half team in this tournament, but they just keep it close enough in the first half, and that's what they're doing so far. And Santa Clara, I'm a little surprised that they started to go cold with how hot they started.
We will see how it will translate for the rest of this first half. It's a 24-17 game with Santa Clara leading. We will be back with more WCC basketball here on KUGR. Right back at you here at Orleans Arena for this quarterfinal matchup between the Santa Clara Broncos and the Pepperdine Waves. And O'Neill will inbound the basketball to Stewart for Santa Clara. Stewart trying to get something going. It's a still match between both of the teams on the offensive side. Now Ball has it, one of their leading scorers, but has been quiet tonight. Now a three is going to get fired away by Johnny O'Neill, and he'll knock that one down, extending Santa Clara's lead to 10.
6 made threes from Santa Clara so far. They average 10 in a game, and the half's not even over yet.
Olvera over to Todorovic. Guarded heavily by Bryant. Todorovic into the post. Koulibaly battling, fighting, and will get fouled, and he'll go to the line for two.
Koulibaly going back to the free throw line where he's kind of made a living in this tournament so far. Definitely getting hacked on the inside multiple times. He is battling with those other bigs, getting bruised and battered, but yet still fighting hard.
Coach Sendek, his 9th season with the Broncos, definitely talked to the officials. Didn't agree with that play call there in the post. Koulibaly's first is going to go through, cutting that Santa Clara lead down to 9. Still within reach for the Waves. Definitely a lot of basketball left. And we saw Pepperdine 2 days ago where they were down just like this and then came back to win by 13. So don't ever count a team like Pepperdine out. And the second one's also going to rattle in. Koulibaly will add 2 to his 6. Now he has 6 for himself. Stewart now for the Broncos on the other end. Thought about driving. He will go baseline. There's going to be a foul on the ground, though, before he can get to the cup.
Wave foul 35. Danilo Dozic is.
Dozic is going to get called for it. That's his second. He's going to get taken out as well. The freshman starter, as Buka's going to check back in. Quick inbound. Ball has it. Ball over to Stewart. Slingshot's a 3. It's going to be no good. A quick rebound, though, on the offensive side. Now Stewart has it back again. He's going to go to the cup, but there's going to be a foul on the ground. They were thinking it was maybe at the shot. It definitely wasn't, and it'll be at the baseline. It's a 27-19 game.
Santa Clara's got 6 made threes so far and 9 total field goals. That's 6 of them are through three-pointers. They've only made 3 twos so far in this game. It's pretty impressive shooting from the Broncos.
Right now, Tung has it. He will hand it back off over to O'Neill. And it's just a lot of passing around the arc for the Broncos. Now Stewart, he's going to huck up another 3. That's going to be no good. And it's going to be batted out of bounds, stays Bronco ball.
Long possession for Santa Clara. The legs probably getting tired for the Pepperdine Waves.
Extremely long possession and not a lot of scoring on either end. It's kind of been either good defense or shots kind of not falling. It's going to be inbounded. The ball's going to get poked out, and it will stay Bronco ball again. Koulibaly's going to pop that out. He was guarding Tung. And now ball's going to take a breather, not doing a ton in this first half. 6:22 left in this first half, 27-16. Now O'Neill has it. Left wing. His 3 is going to fall through. And now Santa Clara has 30 to Pepperdine's 19.
When Ball checked out, Mo Odom checked right back in. So this is going to be an interesting stretch for the Waves with Odom in without having to go against the much taller Ball. We'll see how Pepperdine can do on offense.
Now Buka has it, guarded by O'Neill. Hands off to Koulibaly. 10 on the shot clock. Odom, he's going to pull up for a 3, and that one is going to go through. You don't want to let him heat up.
No, that's a first made 3 from Pepperdine. Before that shot, they were 0 for 8 in the game.
It's going to be Mahi backing down in the post, working his way. He's going to hand it off over to the bigger Tung. He's also in the post. Left block, a kick out 3. O'Neill, corner ball, no good. Rebound by Tung. It's batted away. Odom's going to end up with it, and he's screaming quickly down to the court, and he's going to finish with some New York jelly flavor for him. hailing from the Bronx with an easy 2. Now it's a 30-24 ball game. 5 minutes left. A little bit of life has stepped into this arena. Stewart, 3-ball air ball, and it's going to be Pepperdine basketball.
And this is just how it's gone the last 2 days for Pepperdine. Almost identical, copy and paste from Thursday and Friday, or from Friday and Saturday. Mo Odom on a quick 5-0 run of his own, and now the momentum shifting back towards the Waves.
Odom with 9. He has the basketball for Pepperdine. Pepperdine and Odom. Gives it to Todorovic. Thought about a jumper, doesn't do it. Now Olvera's going to pull up for 3, and that's going to rattle home. And now all of a sudden, it's a 3-point ball game. 4:44 left in the first half. But Stewart almost tried to slam it on Olvera's head. He's going to lay it up and in for 2. Extends that Santa Clara lead. Odom trying to facilitate and maybe add some more. Thought about scoring, doesn't do it. A long kick out over to Todorovic. Todorovic back over to Odom. There's 10 on the shot clock. Olvera is going to pull up for a nice elbow mini, and now it's back-to-back shots for Austin Olvera. Jackson Olvera from Houston, Texas. The lead is back down to 3, but Tung's going to cancel that after the alley and a 2-handed jam over by Cameron Tung. Mo Odom and the Waves crew, there's 3 minutes left. Odom, a beautiful alley over to Koulibaly, and he's going to put that one home. On the flip side, the Broncos up by 3, 34-31, 3 minutes left. And Tyrese Bryan nearly loses the basketball, and going to be another media timeout. And Davis, it looks like a little energy has kind of trickled back into this place. It was kind of getting slow and a little bit of stagnant for a little bit. What did you like in those past couple minutes, especially by that Pepperdine run?
Yeah, the Pepperdine team has come on strong in the last couple of minutes. They are 6 of their last 6 from the field, and they finally made their first 3 when Mo Odom splashed that one home, and they made another one with Jackson Olvera. He's had a good game. And so far for Pepperdine, hanging in there once again. This has been the theme. They kind of start a little slow, but they're always right there, kind of nipping at the heels of the favorite. And then they get to the second half and they turn it on and they get a run, and then they end up winning the game. Will Santa Clara avoid that fate? We shall see. But Pepperdine on a fantastic run so far.
We shall see for sure. We're going to take another break, as right now Santa Clara just has a small lead, 34-31 here in this first half. We're going to be back with more WCC tournament basketball here on KUGR. We are right back here in Orleans Arena, and the matchup right now is a 34-31 ball game with the Santa Clara Broncos leading right now. Napper has 10 by himself, and there is no really sign of Adama Alpha Ball, who we kind of talked about being one of the matchups of the game, him and Mo Odom on the Pepperdine side of the basketball, but he has been pretty silent. It's going to be Ensminger. He's going to inbound the basketball. Gives it to Tung. He's had some nice post moves in the post. Ensminger back over to Tung, and it's going to get swatted away by Kolobali. Odom's going to end up with it. Quick outlet to Todorovic. 3-ball. Good. Todorovic, the leading scorer for the Waves, and he's going to add 3 to his repertoire. It's going to be Napper. Swings it around. Brian's going to end up with it. Gives it back over to Tung. Tung over to Ball, who's been silent. Ball to Napper. Napper to Etzminger. Now Brian has it again. There's 4 on the shot clock. Somebody's got to shoot. Tung will. His 3 high off the rim. Nearly rattles in. Grabs his own rebounds to put it back in.
That was hanging up there so long that he shot it, backtracked, and then went forward and realized I can get my own miss. That was up there for a couple of seconds.
Now Olvera's got it. Someone who was ejected yesterday in that Oregon State game. We'll chat about that in a little bit. Olvera guarded heavily by Ball. 10 on the shot. Olvera signaling for Kolobali to move. Gives it to him. Handoff right back to Olvera. 3-ball, air ball.
Yeah, for as angry as he was at Koulibaly to come move towards him, then to follow that up with an air ball, probably not the happiest thing for Pepperdine to see, but Olvera yet to miss before that shot. But yeah, you mentioned he gets ejected from yesterday's game against Oregon State with about 5 minutes left. He fouled Parsifala, the big man for the Beavers, down low in the paint. We couldn't have a great view at it because the stanchion was blocking it, but it was a pretty hard foul, and they ended up calling it a flagrant 2, and Olvera got ejected, but he's back in this game.
Olvera taken out, and he's on the sidelines now, but it's all Ball, and the Broncos tries to draw it to the cup. He's going to get fouled. Might be on the ground, though. We'll find out. Yeah, it looks like Bethea is going to get called for the foul. It will be on the ground. It's going to be a baseline call. It's a 36-34 game. We are within 2 minutes of this first half. Nearing halftime. Napper over to Tung. Hands off to Ball. Ball, triple, great. Ball finally getting some points on the board for him. He was 0 for 4 before that. Now Odom and the Pepperdine crew, they're going to call a very good timeout for Ed Schilling and his crew. And Davis, right now, if you're Pepperdine, what are you maybe chalking up if you're Ed Schilling and the coaching staff for maybe another play or two, or at least right now, at least one more play before halftime?
Yeah, this timeout will kind of stymie their momentum a little bit, but it's also stymieing the Santa Clara momentum that's kind of taking over. Pepperdine seems to understand the ebbs and flows of how it goes with the energy switching sides constantly in a basketball game. It's a game of runs. It's going to happen. So they don't know that they were just on a run. Santa Clara is going to go on a run. So they call this timeout to kind of stop the bleeding. They are 7 of their last 8. So realistically, anybody can probably shoot this ball for them, and it's probably going to go in. The Waves are pretty hot right now.
Right now, within 2 minutes, it was a quick 30-second timeout. Bethea's going to inbound it over to Odom. Mounted by Napper. Gives it back to Bethea, top of the key. Bethea, Odom, floater, rattles off. A diving rebound by Kolobali. And Odom tried to save the basketball after Kolobali tried to pass it to him. It was no good. And it's going to be Bronco basketball now. Within a minute 30. 39-34, Santa Clara leads by 5. Napper, mano-a-mano with Odom. He's right wing. Trying to set up the offense. Gives it to Ball, who had that 3. Another one's going to be no good, though. Odom with the outlet. Odom facilitating offense. Court to court. And a beautiful alley up to Kolobali, we maybe thought he was going to jam it on someone's head. He lays it up instead.
Definitely capable. When he gets up there in the air, his head is way over the rim.
Bryant to Tongue in the post. Missed the shot, and it's going to be either on Todorovic or Kolabali will get charged with that foul, and he will go to the line. We are within 1 minute, 39-36 ball game. A lot of great basketball here throughout this entire week here in Vegas, as Tongue's first will rattle off the front of the rim, will be no good.
Yeah, more games to come too after that. Got another game tonight and then multiple games tomorrow. Washington State got the win. They'll take on Portland tomorrow. It's just a fantastic week of basketball.
Tongue's second will fall through. Now Odom trying to break the Broncos' press. He'll cross the division line. Todorovic, to Buka, to Bethea. 15 on the shot clock, 40 on the game clock. There's 40 seconds left. Odom trying to clear out. Todorovic will set him a screen, though. Just those two. Now Todorovic. 3 on the shot clock. Todorovic, triple, left iron, no good. Rebound, Ensminger. Now ball's going to bring it up. Presumably the last shot. They have time. The shot clock is off. 12 seconds left for the Santa Clara Broncos. See if they can add a couple more to their 4-point lead. 5 seconds left. Ball looking nearly lost over by Bryan. Bryan tried to draw to the cup at the buzzer. It's going to be no good, and that will be halftime here in Orleans Arena.
Yeah, good half from Pepperdine to close that gap there, and it's a 4-point game. They're hanging in there, and we talked about it a couple times in that first half. Basically copy and paste, carbon copy of the first couple games where they're hanging around against the team they probably on paper shouldn't be hanging around against, but that's what March happens. That's what happens. It's just 40-36, and who knows what's going to happen in the second half, because Pepperdine can come out and shoot lights out. Santa Clara is a team that shoots the better three-pointers, but Pepperdine, for some reason, they just get on this roll, and then they can't miss anything. So we'll see what happens. It was a great first half of basketball by both sides, but the second half should also be really good.
Who knows what is going to happen in the second half? We will be back with more WCC basketball after halftime. Davis Hagen's going to finish out the second half with play-by-play, but you are going to listen to the rest of this quarterfinal matchup here on KUGR, the student voice of the Palouse.
Halfway down, halfway to go. 40-36. Santa Clara has the lead over Pepperdine in the quarterfinals of the 2025 WCC men's bracket in the conference tournament from Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm Davis Hagen alongside Josiah Frank, and we're getting ready for the second half of play. It was a fantastic first half between both teams. Pepperdine, the 9 seed, hanging around with the 4 seed Santa Clara. And Josiah, we talked about it in the open, the guard matchup with Alpha Adama Ball and Mo Odom. So far, Odom having the better game than Alpha Adama Ball with just 3 points for Ball, and Mo Odom leading the Pepperdine Waves in points, rebounds, and assists. He's got 9 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists. So what has he been doing that's kind of extending this opportunity for Pepperdine to continue to play in this game and to continue maybe in the tournament to play in the tournament? So how does Santa Clara kind of stop Odom, and how does Santa Clara get Ball to be going? Because that's kind of been the problem for them, is stopping Odom and then also getting their guy to extend his abilities.
Yeah, Davis, gosh, I mean, Mo Odom has just stepped up countless time after time and again. And really on the flip side of their opponents for Pepperdine, the other team's stars kind of haven't showed up. I mean, we saw that last night against Oregon State where it just didn't happen for Rata. And it's happened countless times of players just kind of not stepping up. And so for right now, if I'm Adama Alpha Ball, I got to have a second half, at least more than 3 points. And, if it's not points that I'm contributing in, it's got to be other stats. Right now, 3 points, he's got 2 boards, and that's about it. Nothing else over on the score sheet. So, if I'm on the other side of the ball, somebody needs to step up for Santa Clara, because if you allow a team like Pepperdine to come from behind, they will snatch the life out of you, and you won't even know what happened.
Santa Clara shot 23s in the first half. They made 8 of them. They only made 6 non-3-point field goals in that half. Pepperdine finally put in some threes with Todorovic, Odom and Olvera that finally put in threes. They only had 3 in that entire half, shooting just 23% from the three-point line. So Santa Clara definitely has the advantage in the three-point land, and that's really the difference in the game is Santa Clara's shooting ability. They live by the 3 and they die by the 3. We'll see how it goes in the second half for the Broncos. Winner advances to take on St. Mary's in the semifinals of the WCC tournament. That'll be Monday night. And St. Mary's and Gonzaga, the 2 teams that are at the top of the standings all the time in the WCC, both getting the bye all the way to the semis. So Pepperdine trying to get to the semifinals. Nobody really expected them to even be in the quarterfinals. If they could upset Santa Clara, it would be an absolute Cinderella run for the Waves. And we are just about ready to roll in the second half between Santa Clara and Pepperdine in the quarterfinals of the WCC tournament. It'll be Johnny O'Neill to inbound for Santa Clara. He has not missed from the three-point line. He's 2 of 2 so far. Santa Clara leading by 4 against Pepperdine, who has been hot and cold in this game, but they turned it on late in that first half to cut the lead to 4 for Santa Clara, and they're hanging around, Josiah, and they've done that time and time again in this tournament. Santa Clara's got to be careful and not allow Pepperdine to stay in it, especially as the game starts to wind down. And so here we go in the second half. Santa Clara will have the ball first, moving left to right. And they're all whites against Pepperdine's navy blues. Into the corner with Johnny O'Neill. And he loses the ball out of bounds. It got poked out of bounds by Budka. And so Santa Clara will retain possession on the offensive side. Just a couple of seconds gone in this second half of play. 4-point advantage for the Broncos. This pass gets deflected on the inbound. Mo Odom, just every time something happens, he's just firing himself right back up.
Yeah, he's just able to just kind of rally the team, and he really creates the temperature on how well they were going to do. And right now, they're trying to come back.
Stewart has it. Kick it out to O'Neill. Into the corner. This is Tyree Bryan. To Tilly, the big man. Back to Bryan in the corner. Gets a screen. Thought about it. Now pulls the trigger on a 3. That goes off the rim. Buffet hanging in the air, and it tips it out of bounds. Buffet getting the start in this second half. Pepperdine maybe trying to get a little more shooting. And that'll go to Santa Clara. They'll have another inbound from the baseline. 19 and a half minutes remaining. 40-36 Broncos. Inbound to Tilly. Dribble handoff back to Stewart, the inbounder. Cross-court pass to Bryant. Drives in hard to the lane. Easy layup, and he missed the shot. And it's going to be a goaltending violation on Pepperdine. So count the basket for Santa Clara. Good look for Bryant, and he missed the shot, but he gets bailed out by the goaltending call.
That's twice now. There's been 2 goaltending calls like that one, and
Good
he can't leave it open.
Odom to Bubkar Coulibaly, and he scores. What an outlet from Odom. Full court pass. Good vision from the point guard. Into the corner with Bryan. Very physical player, strong. He's 6'5", 220 pounds from Orlando, Florida. O'Neill lost the ball, has to backtrack into the backcourt to get it. Shot clock down to 10 seconds. Santa Clara yet to get something to the rim. Ball with it in the short corner. Trying to get something to go. 3 seconds to shoot. Fires one up and he missed it. Offensive rebound, Santa Clara. Put back good for Tilly on the miss. Excellent job by Santa Clara to keep the possession alive. Santa Clara leading 42-38. 44-38, pardon. And here comes O'Neill the other way after the turnover by Pepperdine. Stewart, top of the key, gets a screen from Tilly. Thought about driving to the right side, now kicks it back to the left. Adama Ball with it. Gets a screen from the big man Tilly. Slices through the lane, falls down, and gets a foul called against Pepperdine as Ball was maneuvering towards the far side of the court.
Yeah, Ball still silent tonight, just with 3 points, 1 from 7 from the field, 1 from 5 from behind the arc. If he wants to heat up, he's got to do it this second half.
42-38, Santa Clara leads the scoreboard in the arena, different than the scoreboard on ESPN and on the stat broadcast, so we'll use that one. 42-38, here's Stewart, kick it into the corner for Ball. Guarded by Buffet. Crosses over, got the ball on a string, gets Coulibaly switched onto him into the lane. A lot of contact and an and one for Alpha Adama Ball. Excellent finish by the great player in the first team all WCC selection for the Santa Clara Broncos. The leader of the team, the leading scorer this season, averaging just over 13 points per game. And there's a lot of contact. And he'll go to the free throw line for one shot. This is the second year in a row that he's been a first team all WCC selection. He knocks down the free throw. He was one last year, and he is again this year for Santa Clara. 45-38. Advantage Broncos. 17:50 remaining in the second half. Winner to play St. Mary's tomorrow night in the WCC semifinals. Koulibaly, top of the key, gives to Odom. Winding into the lane. Free throw line, pull-up jumper. Good for Mo Odom, and he hits the deck. No foul called, and a great shot from Mo Odom. Bryan in transition. Three-pointer off the rim. Rebound Odom. And he is just doing everything for the Waves in this game. Leave it for Bethea. Drives inside, and he's fouled on the drive. It's going to go on Alpha Adama Ball. So another foul on Santa Clara in this game, but their first foul of the half. Mo Odom continues to dominate this tournament. He leads the team in rebounds, points, and assists still. 11 points, 4 boards, and 6 assists. For the Bronx native and the feisty March guard. Driving down the left side, trying to leave it inside on a scoop pass, and he was hanging in the air, and it got deflected out of bounds. And I imagine a lot of coaches probably not thrilled with the tape he's putting on for youngsters. When you're hanging in the air, that's not a good spot, but I think Mo Odom can get away with it the way he's been playing in this tournament. Inbounds to Todorovic. His hanging jumper misses, and Ball will get the rebound. Santa Clara pushing the pace, driving hard against Budka. Kicks it back out to Tilly on the perimeter. Dribble handoff to Ball, sizes up a three, going against Koulibaly. Jab step, crossover, into the lane. Hard finish for Ball, and he gets fouled as the ball got stripped away. And the Santa Clara fans like it, but the Pepperdine fans don't.
No, they are hating that call. And yeah, it was also a hair late, regardless of the call. I think it was either Bethea or I think it was Bethea. He was grabbing that, and he was going to go court to court to go score on the other end.
Tilly will get the inbound, hard left-hand finish off the glass and in. Finger roll for Santa Clara, and the lead goes 47-40 over Pepperdine with 16:40 to play in the second half. Bethea's three-pointer in transition in the corner, missed it. Offensive rebound, Koulibaly going against O'Neal. Kick out to Todorovic, and they'll settle things down with Odom. Alley-oop inside to Budka, has to come down with the catch. Bubkar Koulibaly gets it off the deflection. Battle for the ball on the ground on the left block down low. And the possession arrow favors the Pepperdine Waves. Good battle between a lot of the big men in this tournament, but especially in this game, Koulibaly and Tilly going back and forth, battling and bruising against each other.
Battling for sure. And Koulibaly, one of those guys, when he can heat up with usually the help of Odom, dishing him the ball, it's been great for the Waves.
Todorovic gets the inbounder, another hanging jumper, missed it, and the ball deflects into the hands of Santa Clara. Bethea comes over and gets the interception, flies into the scores table, swing pass to Todorovic, transition three-pointer, pure for Pepperdine. And it's 47-43, momentum back with the Waves. Top of the key, Tilly trying to stifle this run for Pepperdine. Stewart straightaway three-pointer, rebound, Koulibaly, and the Waves back with the ball, and they got the momentum on their side. Mo Odom, pull-up jumper, three-pointer, left rim, no good. And Bryan will rip down the board for the Broncos.
Dodged a bullet with that one.
Absolutely, that would have cut it to 1 point. Santa Clara cannot afford to let Odom get hot. Ball will fire a three, missed it. Offensive rebound, Tilly, battle for the ball, ends up in the hands of O'Neal. Kicks it out to Stewart. Swing pass to Bryan, driving in hard against Koulibaly, finishes. No, he does not. It goes off the rim, and he's fouled by Koulibaly, and he'll go to the free throw line after this media timeout. And so, Josiah, it's been back and forth in this second half. Santa Clara leads at 47-43, and you just mentioned they got bailed out by having Mo Odom miss that. If he makes it, who knows how much of a run Pepperdine can go on, but still only down by just 4 points. What do you like from the Waves to hang in there with this definitely more talented Santa Clara team. They've been the better team all season long. They have the much better record in conference, but yet here they are only up by 4 with 15 and 23 minutes left to go.
Yeah, for Mo Odom and the rest of the Pepperdine crew, I just love how they have a chip on their shoulder and they know they're the underdog and they have nothing to lose. Coming into this tournament, they were 10 and 21 in the season, 4 and 14 in conference. They were ranked 9th. And, you know, for a lot of other teams, they've gone home. Their flights are back to their colleges, but not for Pepperdine and the Waves. And that's just kind of been a testament of how they played throughout this entire tournament. And today is no exception. They're going to fight. They're going to fight till the end. And for Mo Odom, he's going to lead that ship for the Waves.
47-43, Santa Clara in front of the Pepperdine Waves. We'll take a break and be back quickly after this media timeout. You're listening to KUGR, the student voice of the Palouse. Pepperdine and Santa Clara going back and forth in this WCC quarterfinal. The Broncos lead it 47-43 over the Waves. But Brian will be at the free throw line for the Broncos as we are back underway in the quarterfinal matchup between the Broncos and the Waves as the media timeout has concluded. And Brian will be at the free throw line for Santa Clara. Here's his first free throw, and that rolls around and in for the Broncos in the lead up to 48-43 over Pepperdine. Second free throw from Brian is pure.
Substitution for the Broncos, number 8, Elijah Mahi.
Mahi coming into the game for the Broncos. Brian will hit the bench. Just put in those 2 free throws and he'll get a much deserved rest. Pepperdine checked Dozic into the game as well off that media timeout. And Napper came into the game as well as Tung for the Broncos. And Jake Esminger also came into the game. Butka inside. He scores right hand off the glass for Pepperdine. Caught the defense sleeping. Napper, right side corner guarded by Odom. Swing out to Esminger. Over to Mahi. Sizing up Dozic. Crossover between the legs. Still around the perimeter. Mahi will try his hand on the right side. Dribble drive to the paint, off the glass and off the rim. No good. And a rebound from Odom. And here comes the Pepperdine Waves. Odom, sidestep, left hand, three-pointer goes on the left side. Mo Odom with another three-pointer, and the lead is cut to 1 point for the Santa Clara Broncos. Inside, Napper, reverse layup goes, turned his head around and scored it somehow over the top of the Waves. 51-48, Santa Clara has the lead. Todorovic spinning inside, hangs in the air, fires it back out to Butka. Swing pass for Dozic. Pepperdine around the perimeter, back to Odom. Holding the ball. Gets picked up by Esminger. To the right side, Odom in the short corner. Step back into the corner. Inside, off the rim with the pass attempt. And it ends up with Esminger and Santa Clara will head back on offense, up by 3 points against the Waves. Napper swinging out to Ball, guarded by Todorovic. Swing pass all the way around, intercepted by Budka. And it's a 3-point advantage for Santa Clara. Todorovic, top of the key inside to Budka. It goes through his hands, saved by Tung, back into the hands of Budka. Behind the back pass to Todorovic, and he gets fouled on his shot. And that's something that the coaching staff and Herb Sendek probably not happy about, saving the ball under your own basket. Typically something that's the Cardinals in a basketball. You don't want to do that. Give the ball right back to the Waves. When you're on the offensive side, you can do it. Try anything you can to keep the possession alive. But typically when you save it, it goes right back to the offense at the rim, and that's exactly what happened. Todorovic will be at the free throw line with the Waves down 3. His first free throw off the front of the rim, and it goes right back to him at the free throw line.
Yeah, usually, that's a Cardinal, sin in basketball. You know, when you're on the defensive side, even if you think you did touch the last, let it go. You don't want to try to heave it back, and then usually the offense can do whatever they want, and they're also, the defense is also down a player as well.
Absolutely. Timeout, Pepperdine, and we'll step away as well. 51-48, Santa Clara in front of Pepperdine. You're listening to KUGR, the student voice of the Palouse. 3-point lead for Santa Clara with 13 and a half minutes remaining in the second half of basketball from Las Vegas, Nevada at Orleans Arena. Davis Hagen alongside Josiah Franken. This is definitely a game that we kind of expected, but not maybe like this, because it's a 3-point game. Pepperdine's still hanging around, and it's getting late in this game. We kind of expected Pepperdine to hang around, but maybe get tired because they've been playing a lot of basketball. And Todorovic will be at the free throw line for one more shot. But Josiah, what have you liked so far in this game? It's been back and forth, and it's been a very entertaining match.
Yeah, Davis, I've liked a lot of things, but really, I'm starting to kind of fall in love with this Pepperdine team. The way they have been able to kind of fight adversity, fight back from usually always being behind, and just succeeding well in the second half has been amazing. And right now, I don't know if you're seeing that, Mo Odom was talking to Bethea and really kind of talking to him and say, hey, we got to go right now. There's only 13 minutes left of this game, and it's still pretty close. Santa Clara's leading, and this is a very good Santa Clara team. On paper, this should be a 10-plus point win, but that is not the case right now, and that's why it is within 3 here in Vegas.
Todorovic misses the free throw and a rebound for Santa Clara, so he goes 0 for 2 on that trip. Could have cut it to 1. Napper, the leading scorer in this game for Santa Clara, gives it to Tung inside, and he's fouled on the shot attempt. Budka's putting his arms way up high, and they're going to say 2 shots.
Number 9, foul 13, WS Butka.
And Butka picks up the foul. And he was claiming that he was straight up. But it'll put Tung at the free throw line for the Santa Clara Broncos. So we come out of the timeout with free throw, and then the very next possession, it's free throws for the other side in Santa Clara. And Tung knocks down his first free throw of this 2-shot trip, and the lead goes to 4 for the Broncos. 52-48 with 13 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Tung's second free throw, no good, but they flies in for the rebound. And he gets it to Mo Odom, their engine, who has been probably the best player in this tournament so far from all teams involved. Todorovic, swing pass to Mo Odom in the lane, step back, elbow jumper, does not fall, and a rebound for Santa Clara. Pushing the pace to Mahi on the wing, driving inside to the free throw line. Ball was grabbed, but it got a little bit of arm. Buffet picks up the foul. Almost a jump ball, but he got a lot of arm. And they're going to check Koulibaly back into the game. Dozic will head out. Really quiet night for Dozic. Yet to score in just only 1 shot. He started this game, but it's been Buffet that has kind of replaced him for a majority of this ball game.
And Buffet is also very quiet as well. 0 for 2, and he has 0 as well.
Inbound, Napper ends up with the ball way outside. Crosses over to the top of the key. Finds his way inside, puts up a floater, and are they going to count it? Count the basket for Napper, give him 14 points on the night, coming off the bench for the Santa Clara Broncos, and it's a 6-point advantage for SC.
Hey, miss your free throw.
Brent Napper, 1.
He'll go to the free throw line for 1 shot from Ontario, Canada. The Canadian playing down in California for his college basketball misses the free throw. It rattled in and then came out. And in lead stays at 6 for Santa Clara. Butka to Todorovic, driving in. Elbow jumper in rhythm, and he knocks it down, and he hits the deck, but no whistle blown, and the lead down to 4 for Santa Clara. Napper, top of the key, swings it. Essinger, three-pointer, missed everything. Saved in bounds by Mahi, and it ends up with Pepperdine. Mo Odom, entry pass to Butka, gets fouled from behind by Napper. And it'll put Pepperdine at the free throw line. Butka will go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Team foul for the Broncos, that was said 13. WS Butka.
From Lithuania, Davidas Butka, 6 points so far today, 3 of 6 shooting. Here's his first of 2 free throws with Pepperdine down 4, trying to cut it to 3. Butka does so. It rolls in. 54-51.
Tyree Bryan back along with
Bryan and O'Neal coming into the game with Ball and Essinger hitting the bench. Essinger just airballed that 3 that allowed Pepperdine to get the ball, and then Butka got fouled, and that's why he's at the free throw line. 3-point game. Butka's second free throw bounces off the backside of the rim, and it's into the hands of the Santa Clara Broncos. Napper on the wing, gets a screen from Tung, bounce pass back to Tung, and it's intercepted by Todorovic through the hands of Tung, and here comes the Pepperdine Waves. 3-pointer for Bethea, spot up, missed it, and a rebound for Johnny O'Neal. The Broncos still up by 3. O'Neal carving into the lane, gets fouled, and he puts it off the glass and does not go in. He'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots after this media timeout. Koulibaly picks up a foul. That's going to be 4 fouls on Bukar Koulibaly. That's a big deal for this Pepperdine Wave squad.
Yeah, that's a huge deal for Koulibaly and the whole Waves crew. You know, we were talking about kind of, you know, their taller players, and Dozic has been pretty much silent tonight, especially on the offensive end. And Koulibaly has been one of the few, you know, he has 11 right now. He's 4 for 5, but those 4 fouls are really crucial right now, especially as there's still another half of the second half of basketball to be played.
Santa Clara has a 3-point lead over Pepperdine. It feels like it's been a 3-point lead forever. We'll step away with the rest of this media timeout. 11 minutes and 45 seconds to go. 54-51. Santa Clara has the lead. You're listening to KUGR, the student voice of the Blues. (54-51) Santa Clara in front of the Pepperdine Waves with 11 minutes and 45 seconds to go in this quarterfinal from the WCC tournament. In the men's side of the bracket, the winner will play St. Mary's tomorrow night in the semifinals. The WCC, very good tournament. A lot of these teams so evenly matched, and every game feels like it's come down to the wire, Josiah. This game really no different. Really tight game so far. At the free throw line, Johnny O'Neill. The 3-point advantage for Santa Clara. Here's a free throw from O'Neill, and it's a swoosh.
Yeah, it's still close right now with it being a 4-point game with 11 plus minutes in this game. But, Pepperdine, they want to probably get a hold on this Santa Clara crew. Don't want them to heat up as well.
Knocks down the second free throw, 56-51. Santa Clara in front of Pepperdine. Budka dribbling it up the left side of the court, flips it to Todorovic. Soccer cross-court pass to Mo Odom. Guarded by Bryan, directing traffic like he has done so well in this tournament time and time again. Entry pass to Todorovic. On the right block, swing it for Dozic. His three-pointer on the way, rattles out, offensive rebound. Budka, putback is good on the left block, and it's 56-53. Pepperdine still hanging around just by a triple.
Budka with 9 of his own already.
Napper drives inside, hangs in the air, flips it, and it's turned over to the Pepperdine Waves. Olvera had Todorovic in the corner, but instead finds Odom on the left side. His three-pointer rims out, and a rebound for Johnny O'Neill high up in the air for the Broncos. 10:45 remaining in the second half. 56-53 Santa Clara. Dribble handoff to Mahi on the outside for the Broncos. Screen by the big man Tilley to the rim. Couldn't finish, and a rebound by Budka. Pushing the pace, Mo Odom crosses half court. Leaves it, three-pointer, Todorovic. Bang!
Todorovic,
Tie ball game, Pepperdine and Santa Clara all knotted up with about 10:15 to go in the second half. Todorovic falls down. Napper wide open, missed the shot. Olvera gets the rebound, hounded by 2 Broncos. Clears it to Mo Odom on the left side. Big pass up ahead to Todorovic, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Pepperdine. He pushed Napper in the back trying to go up for that pass. And Mo Odom, it feels like every time he throws it, it's going to be in a perfect spot. That one a little bit wayward for Todorovic.
Yeah, you know, he's trying to kind of talk to some of the officials and kind of shaking up on the previous play before committing that offensive foul on the floor. He was kind of shaken up as a hard screen from Tilly, and that's why he kind of cleared the deck a little bit.
Todorovic checks out for the Pepperdine Waves. The honorable mention all WCC player, the only selection from the Pepperdine Waves. O'Neal into the lane, blocked, gets back to Tilly somehow. Inside, Mo Odom stripped him of it, and it goes off the leg of Tilly, and it's going back to Pepperdine.
And Mo Odom is fired up on that play. You know, he was getting in there and trying to kind of mess things up on that offensive rebound that Tilly tried to pull down.
Pepperdine with a chance to take the lead on this possession. 9.5 to go. 56 all. Odom at the free throw line. Kick it out to Dozic, right side. Swing it back to Odom. Going against O'Neal. Into the corner for Olvera. Back to inside to Butka, and there was a foul called on that entry pass. It's going to go against Brian on the Santa Clara Broncos.
I loved how Mo Odom gave a beautiful entry pass over to Butka in the post. There was a foul on the ground first, but just a gorgeous pass, and he's been doing that all night.
Odom to inbound from the baseline into Dozic in the short corner on the far side. Driving in against Tilly. Spinning to the right hand. Fade away. That's good. It looked like Dirk Nowitzki on that shot. 58-56. 9 minutes to go. Pepperdine has taken the lead over the Santa Clara Broncos, and a timeout is going to be called by the Santa Clara Broncos. What a run by Pepperdine. 7-0 run over the last 2 minutes and change. And Santa Clara is 0 for their last 5, and this is a dangerous spot to be in if you're the Santa Clara Broncos.
Extremely dangerous spot to be in for the Broncos. Pepperdine has been this team, the kind of Cinderella team of the WCC tournament, of notoriously coming back and winning these type of games. And it happens here in the second half. Yes, there is 9 minutes left, but it happens just like this. They're down for a while, most of the game, and then out of nowhere, Mo Odom and the Wave crew, they just kind of maneuver themselves over to a dub. And right now, it's a tie. Pepperdine has the lead in the first time in a while.
And how about this performance from Mo Odom? 14 points, 4 rebounds, and he is flirting with a double-double. He's got 9 assists. He had a double-double against Portland with assists and points. So can he get one again and possibly lead Pepperdine into the semifinals against St. Mary's tomorrow night? Santa Clara comes off the inbound with the ball. Into the lane, Tilly spinning, falling down, and a foul is going to be called on Pepperdine. And Tilly will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. The 7-foot, 240-pound center from Germany was spinning, and he fell down. Fans behind us want to travel.
So you could get a plane ticket the way he kind of traveled.
Here's the free throw, and it's good for Tilly. 58-57. Santa Clara cuts the lead to 1 by Pepperdine. Todorovic back into the game. Olvera will sub out for the Waves. Todorovic has 17 points in this game to lead the Pepperdine Waves in scoring, but it's been a lot of Mo Odom as it's been in this tournament, and the second free throw is good for Santa Clara.
Oh, my goodness. It looks like one of the fans might be kicked out. They might have to leave. They're maybe chirping a little too much. One of the officials looks to be either Chance Moore or Antonio Petty. Kicked out one of the fans for Pepperdine.
Yeah, they were sitting right in front of us in the front row seats. And that is definitely within the realm of possibilities for these referees to kick out any fan they choose. And especially when you're sitting that close to the court. So 58-58, 8 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Pepperdine with the ball, tie game. Todorovic, left side, pull-up jumper, blocked by Tilly. Into the hands of Dozic, 5 seconds to shoot. Turnaround jumper is good for Dozic. 60-58, Pepperdine in front. Stewart, crossover, pull-up, three-pointer. Left it short, and Bethea gets the rebound for the Pepperdine Waves into the hands of Odom. Almost stolen by Tilly. And Mo will push the pace for the Waves. Into the corner, picks up his dribble. Looking for a pass. Gets it out to Butka. And they'll reset with 8 minutes to play in this second half. They're up by 2 points. Backdoor cut. Odom, reverse layup. That's good. What a finish from Mo Odom. 62-58. 4-point advantage for Pepperdine. Tilly on the outside. Gives it to O'Neal. Drives in hard against Dozic. Spinning with the picked up of his dribble. Back to Tilly on the outside. And a travel is going to be called on Tilly. And a timeout for the media timeout. The under 8 timeout is here. Pepperdine 62, Santa Clara 58. And we're going to take a break with them. You're listening to KUGR, the student voice of the Palouse. Seven minutes, 44 seconds remaining. Pepperdine on a tear, and they're up 62-58. They made 4 of their last 5 field goals, but on the other side, Santa Clara 0 for their last 6, and they haven't scored a field goal in over 5 minutes of play. 62-58 advantage Pepperdine. They've got the ball underneath to Buffet. Great pass from Dozic, and a left-hand layup good for the Pepperdine Waves, and it's 64-58. How about the Waves just continuing to play the role of spoiler? Can Santa Clara overcome this deficit and all the momentum on the side of the Pepperdine Waves? Ball's got it on the outside to Esminger. Back to ball inside, poked away from behind by Bethea, and it's into the hands of Dozic, and he was out of bounds when he touched it, so it'll stay with Santa Clara. Bethea came from behind and a great poke away. Ball really didn't even realize it.
No, he did not realize it at all. But just great fight over on the Pepperdine side.
Inbound to ball in the corner. Gets a screen from Tilly. Pull-up jumper for ball. Rolls out, and a rebound fought for, and diving on the floor, ends up with Buka. Pepperdine's got it, and Odom pushing the pace off the pass from Todorovic. Gets to the left side, inside to Butka. Left hand layup off the glass is good. Pepperdine continuing to pepper the Santa Clara Broncos, and it's 66-58. Inside, Brian kicks it back out. Ball on the right side. Jab step, gets free. Inside, picks up his dribble at the block. Swinging out to Brian and drives in, left hand, hanging in the air, and finishes for Santa Clara. Their first bucket in a long time. Great job by Tilly, and it cuts the lead to 6 for Pepperdine. But it just still feels like all the momentum with the Waves, and they're getting everything easy at the rim on these back cuts. Dozic on the right side. Pump fake, drives in, kick it out to Butka. Into the corner with Odom. Screen from Butka. Puts Napper on his back, and Odom steps back into the lane. Good pass for Butka. Missed the left-handed bunny right at the rim, and he missed it. 66-60. Santa Clara the other way. Napper on the right side. Gets it to Tilly, top of the key, swinging around for Brian, driving in, hanging in the air, finishing again. Acrobatic layup from Tyree Bryan. Cuts the Pepperdine advantage to 4, and now Santa Clara on a little run. Mo Odom brings it over half court for the Pepperdine Waves. 5.5 minutes to go. 66-62. Pepperdine in front. Todorovic holding the ball, looking for a pass. Finds Bethea. Odom gets the pass from Bethea in the left wing. 8 seconds to shoot. Odom, top of the key, sizes up a 3. Straight away. Pure! How about Mo Odom? What can't he do for Pepperdine? A 7-point lead for the Waves. Santa Clara trying to cut into this lead. They got it down to 4, but now it's back up for 7 points for the Waves. Tilly will drive in, missed the layup, offensive rebound, Esminger. He missed the layup. Another offensive rebound, kick out to Brian. His three-pointer on the way. That's good.
3.
Lucky break for Santa Clara to get the rebound twice. They missed easy shots. Odom will walk it over half court on the right side. Good pass to Bethea on a cut. Back out to Odom. 4 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. 69-65. Pepperdine leads. Odom into the lane. Good pass to Butka. Finishes inside. Another easy bucket for Pepperdine. They're getting everything they want at the rim. 71-65. Pepperdine in front. Top of the key ball. Screen from Tilly. Going against Bethea. Into the corner with Brian. Going against Todorovic. Back out. Top of the key. Napper's three-pointer is a swish. What a shot by Santa Clara, keeping them alive. 71-68. 3-point advantage, Pepperdine. Odom's got it on the outside. An off-ball foul is going to be called. Bethea and Esminger got tied up with each other, and we've reached the under 4 media timeout. 71-68. Pepperdine has the lead. Josiah, what a run for both teams at this point. But Pepperdine storming back into the lead, and we've seen it the last 2 nights, and Pepperdine's doing it once again.
Pepperdine, the Waves, and it's all been because of Mo Odom. I mean, this guy, what can he do? You said that, and I think that illustrates it perfectly. Mo Odom, more like Mo Buckets, because that's all he's been able to do is either score by himself or get others buckets. Buka has a ton of gimmies solely because of the passing of Mo Odom, and then he's able to score off will as well. He's got 19 of his own. He's got 11 dimes. I mean, what can't the guy do?
Yeah, he's got another double-double. That's his 7th game of the season with a 10-plus assist double-double. So many great plays being made by Mo Odom, and Pepperdine up 71-68. We're going to step away for the remainder of this media timeout. What a game we have in store from Orleans Arena. You're listening to KUGR, the student voice of the Palouse. Pepperdine is 6 of their last 7 from the field, and they've got a 71-68 lead, led by Mo Odom with a double-double with points and assists. What a player we have got to see in Las Vegas. Davis Hagen along with Josiah. Frank, this is such a great atmosphere for this kind of game, and Mo Odom is just relishing the spotlight. Todorovic gets the inbound in the corner, and Pepperdine back to work on offense, up 71-68. Under 4 minutes to play. Good find to Odom down low. Got it blocked. Brett into the hands. Dosic gets it on the top of the key. Three-pointer. Nothing but net for Dosic, and it's 74-68. Pepperdine. Napper's going to fire his own three. Left it short off the front of the rim. Todorovic grabs it, holds it with 2 hands, and they'll slow things down with Odom walking it up the floor on the right side. What a job by Pepperdine. 7 out of their last 9. Good pass inside to Bethea. Knocked away and into the hands of Santa Clara. Espinger up ahead to Tung. Going against Dosic. Fighting inside. Missed it wildly. An offensive rebound for Santa Clara. And the ball goes out of bounds off of the Broncos. And it's going to go back to Pepperdine.
What an amazing series from the Waves. And, I mean, we keep on saying this guy's name, Mo Odom. Before I came here, Davis, I didn't really know little to nothing about Mo Odom. Leaving Vegas, I'll never forget him.
Absolutely. I don't think you're alone in that. Everybody in this gym that's been here for the last couple of days, I think is in the same boat with Mo Odom, and he's making a name for himself in this WCC tournament, and Pepperdine is going to call a timeout. 74-68 the score. The Waves have the advantage over the Broncos. And on the other side for the Santa Clara Broncos, Napper, their leading scorer with 17 points off the bench. Ball's really not had a great game. He's only got 6 points. He's 1 for 6 from the three-point line. The Broncos have really cooled off from the three-point line. That seems like first half they used up all their three-point makes almost. They've got 10 out of 30 attempts, shooting under their average of percentage-wise, but they're right at their average for as many they make in a game with still 3 minutes to go. They could extend that over the average. They're down 6. That's 2 threes. So Santa Clara can definitely come back, but they haven't gotten a 3 to go down in what feels like a really long time.
A really long time indeed. And Santa Clara is just one of the many teams that have kind of been sucked up and drowned, so to speak, by the Pepperdine Waves. And, you know, if you kind of get within those claws, it's really difficult to dig out. Even as good of a team as Santa Clara is, Pepperdine, they've got something special going on here at the WCC tournament. They don't want to go home. It is win or go home, survive and advance. And for Pepperdine, if they don't win the WCC tournament or at least get as far as they can, you know, their postseason hopes are pretty much a wrap.
Mo Odom, the leading scorer for the Pepperdine Waves. He's got 19 points in this game, but the leading scorer on the season has been Todorovic, averaging 18. He's at 17 points. Odom only averages 12 points per game in the regular season. He's been absolutely blasting teams in this tournament, though, and we're back underway with 3 minutes remaining off the timeout from Pepperdine, and they've got the ball on the left side. Here's Mo Odom behind the back, picked up by Tilly. Huge height mismatch inside to Dosic from Butka's pass, and that was lob over the top, and the ball will go out of bounds. Brenton Napper will pick up the foul on Santa Clara. So the ball got lobbed over. Napper fouls Dosic. And Santa Clara's 6 team fouls, so not yet at the bonus for the Pepperdine Waves. Santa Clara is in the double bonus with 10-plus fouls on the Pepperdine Waves on their side. Dosic gets the inbound, turnaround right-hand hook, no good. Rebound Santa Clara, down by 6 points, 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Top of the key, Tilly going against Butka. Out to O'Neal, puts it on the deck with the right, spinning to the left hand. Great move, but couldn't finish it. Hung up on the rim, and a rebound offensively for Tilly. Kick it out to Ball. Three-pointers good for Santa Clara, and a timely 3 for the Broncos. Ball just got his 9th point of the game. He had 6 before that. That's just his 2nd made 3 of the game. Santa Clara now over their average on the year with 11 made 3s. 74-71. Pepperdine, 1 timeout. Santa Clara, 2 timeouts remaining. Both teams in the bonus. Dosic inside to Budka. That was too high, and it's a turnover on Pepperdine. They've been trying to run that same kind of action all half long, and they've gotten so much success with it on these backdoor cuts to the rim. That time it just was a little bit high over the top of Budka's hands, and Santa Clara will get the ball back. 2 minutes remaining. 74-71 Pepperdine. O'Neal steps into a three-pointer on the right side, off the back of the rim, fighting for his own rebound, ends up in the hands of Bethea, and he's going to bring it up the floor for Pepperdine and find Mo Odom. Smart play to get it to your best player of this tournament. Minute 40 to go. Pepperdine trying to hold on and make it to the semifinals. Who would have guessed that the Waves have a chance to play St. Mary's tomorrow night? The 9 seed trying to pull off a miracle upset against Santa Clara and continue to advance. A minute and a half to go. Odom underneath to Todorovic on the left block. Spinning free. Hanging in the air. Finishing at the elbow. What a shot by Todorovic. 76-71. Driving hard ball. Falling down. And it's going to go back to Pepperdine. Dosic and Todorovic hugging, and Koulibaly with his 4 fouls will come back into the game. Ball fell down, trying to draw a foul, but the refs weren't having any of it.
Davis, I got 3 words. This is March. I mean, Pepperdine is a squad that had a chip on their shoulder. They've got nothing to lose, and right now are up 5 with the basketball. A minute 14. I mean, all I can say is this is March.
Absolutely. There is no other way to explain it. It's just some sort of magic that comes over these teams like Pepperdine. We talked about it yesterday, and then the day before that there are teams like Pepperdine that just appear out of nowhere. 4 wins in the conference coming into this tournament. They just had half of those wins in 2 days, and it can maybe even match that if they beat St. Mary's tomorrow night, if they can hold on here. That is just an absurd amount of wins in this number of days, and it's really hard to do that. At some point, you got to figure this team's going to hit a wall, but right now, I think they're just flying on cloud 9. The adrenaline is kind of pushing them forward. I don't even think they know what day it is out here. They're just playing basketball.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know what date it is either. It's, Pepperdine every day, and I'm beating a dead horse here, but it's the Mo Odom show. Mo Odom, scoring, defense, dishing, whatever he has to do to get Pepperdine a chance and a shot for a WCC tournament title, he's doing.
Budka will inbound. Full court pressure from Santa Clara. Hook pass over to Mo Odom. And he brings it over half court, no problem. 76-71, Pepperdine in front. 1 minute to play. Winner goes to the semifinal against St. Mary's tomorrow night. Santa Clara, the 4 seed. Pepperdine, the 9 seed. 5-point advantage for the Waves. Trying to pull off another crazy upset in this tournament. Odom crossing over, gets switched on by Tilly. Poke away for the big man. Tilly racing down the floor. Coast to coast, 2-hand jam for 13 and white. Mo Odom claps his hands in frustration. He just got pickpocketed by the biggest man on the floor. Full court pass to Todorovic to break the pressure. 37 seconds to go. Mo Odom gets the ball. Will hold it way out towards the half-court stripe. 30 seconds to go. 15 on the shot clock. Ball switches on to him to pick him up. 6'7" ball, 6'1" Mo Odom. 8 seconds to shoot for Pepperdine. Odom on the left side. Switched on by Bryan. Back to Todorovic. Jabbing against ball. 1 second to shoot. Hanging in the air. Doesn't get the shot to go off the rim. And they're going to call a shot clock violation on Todorovic. 11.2 seconds to go. That really doesn't matter. The shot didn't go down anyways. Santa Clara is going to get the ball back. And wow, we've got a crazy finish brewing at Orleans Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada in this WCC quarterfinal. 76-73, Pepperdine in front, inbounds to Napper. 10 seconds to play, and they're going to call a timeout. Santa Clara with their final timeout of the half, and St. Mary's waiting to see who they will play, and they don't know yet. It's so crazy to see Pepperdine still in this game and still in front with Santa Clara trying to come back as well. Who knows what's going to happen in these last 10 seconds. Wow, what a game we have in front of us. And if this is any indication of the game we're going to have later with San Francisco and Washington State playing with the right to take on Gonzaga, that's going to be an amazing game coming up later tonight. But right now, 10 seconds to play. And Josiah, Santa Clara is one of the best three-point shooting teams in the country. We've been talking about it all game long, that their three-point shooting, they live by it and they die by it. They got to have one here in a sense. There's only 10 seconds left and it's a three-point game.
Yeah, Davis. I mean, if I'm coach, if I'm coach Sandek right now, I'm trying to draw up something where we can get one of our guys that are, we're leading, one of the best three-point shooting teams in the country. Let's get one of these guys the ball and shoot it behind the arc. There's 10 seconds left. If you tie, you go to OT. Also maybe even going to the cup and hoping for an and one opportunity. Fouls have been a very common thing for Pepperdine. And if you're on the Pepperdine side of the ball right now, you really shouldn't be too worried. Worst case scenario, they either get a three-point play or they get, a three-pointer. And then you have the basketball with whatever time is. But 10 seconds, it is a lot of time for Santa Clara. But, right now, Pepperdine's up.
Pepperdine is up 76-73 is the score. Santa Clara has two players that have made 3 threes in this game. Napper has 2. Brian also has 2 or 3. They're both 3 of 5. So both those players do have 3 threes, and it's an inbounds to Ball. Their best player, he's going to pull up for 3, and he misses it wide right. Offensive rebound, fought for, and it is going to go on the ground, and a foul is going to be called. Pepperdine might have gotten on that ball.
But they did get on it, and I think but they got fouled, and he's going to go to the free throw line. This game could be over with a couple of free throws. There's 2.8 seconds left. It's a three-point game with a chance to pretty much seal it up.
What a rush shot from Ball, who missed the rim. He hit the side of the backboard. Santa Clara Broncos went to scramble for the offensive board, and then Bethea ends up diving on the ball, and he gets fouled. He's got 2 shots. Free throw goes in for Bethea. 77-73. Pepperdine in front by 4 points, and at this point, if he makes it, the game's all but over. No pressure here, Bethea. And he knocks it down. Pepperdine up by 5, 2.8 to play. Inbound to Santa Clara to end it. And Brian knocks down the 3, but it doesn't matter. Pepperdine wins over Santa Clara, 78-76, the final score. Pepperdine wins the game over Santa Clara, another heartbreaking upset, but Pepperdine will storm their way in and ride this wave of momentum into the semifinals to take on St. Mary's tomorrow night. What an unbelievable run this 9 seed in the WCC tournament is on. Unbelievable finish.
Davis, I got 3 words. This is March. I'm just kind of shocked here to kind of see Pepperdine just continue to put on performance after performance after performance. And yeah, we're going to see you guys tomorrow night.
Oh my goodness. Pepperdine is moving on 78-76 over Santa Clara. What a fantastic finish. Mo Odom continues to be one of the greatest players in this tournament. He's got 19 points tonight, 13 assists, 5 rebounds. Todorovic also had a great game. He had 19 points as well, made 3 threes. But again, Mo Odom, just this March guard, the kid from the Bronx, continuing to play well for Pepperdine, and they get an amazing win over the Santa Clara Broncos, who a lot of people thought could also be a dark horse to win the tournament. They knock off Oregon State and Santa Clara, 2 teams that are really, really good, but Pepperdine is the best team playing right now in this tournament. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, and it all stems from Mo Odom. This horse is dead as much as we've been beating it, but you have to remember his name. This is a household name for WCC tournament basketball. Mo Odom, 19 points, 13 assists, a very amazing triple-double, and he's put on performance after performance after performance. And unfortunately, Santa Clara was just kind of next in line for execution, and they took care of business tonight.
Final score 78-76. Pepperdine moving on to the semifinals to take on St. Mary's tomorrow night. The next game up will be Washington State and San Francisco. We'll be on the call for that one. And what a game for Pepperdine to move on. They defeat Santa Clara and they eliminate them from the WCC tournament. And so we will say so long for now, but we'll be right back with you in just about under half an hour. Pepperdine gets the 78-76 win. Wow, what a game. And so for Josiah, Frank, KUGR, I'm Davis Hagen saying so long for now, but we'll see you right back in a half an hour.